Okay, I want to do this video on JP Morgan Chase, ticker symbol JPM. And I had been watching some of the banking for a little while. It's been a little spotty here. Notice some of these candles have a lot of gaps up and down, and it's just been really kind of not sustained move in either direction for a while. Today we got this move below, and as soon as we got below here, I think midway through around 57.5 or so, I jumped in some puts on this, and I'll go to the ones. I'll show you what I have, and I'll show you where I believe we're going and what we have. And this is on a daily chart, so because like I said, I was just looking at shorter time frames today as I jumped into this, and I'll go out to a weekly so we can see. But let me put up price level here. You could see, like I said, it's always just kind of an area, but this price level here, once it broke through, it tested, failed, tested, and I didn't know for sure if we were going to get any momentum the other day when the markets were looking decent, but it just fell apart, and then it just continued down all day. So I took a shot halfway through here. First target area, I'm going to be looking for right around this area here to test, which is right around $55. And then you had this crazy gap down here, which was just a total overshoot. But if we can get through this 55, I think that it'll want to go back into this area, which is maybe around $52, $53. And then and you can see I got my alerts set up, kind of just give me a rough idea. And then from back here on 824, this was right around 50. So I've got a couple alerts set up, and I'll peel some profit off as we go. But this is kind of what I'm looking at, a scenario. It just couldn't get up above there and just started to show some weakening and breakdown, so I went with it. And let me go back out to a weekly. We'll see how that looks on a weekly. And then I'll go in and I'll show you the option chains and what I was looking at there. I might be a little bit early on this, not on the daily, but maybe on the weekly. Okay, and as you can see, you know, I'm right at, luckily I have a little bit of profit on this move. Normally, like I said, I like to wait for this, but I just didn't see it holding up, and everything on the daily just looked really good, and the option price was right, and so I just pulled the trigger on it. Little more discipline. I probably should have maybe waited till I got below this 56, but like I said, I know where my risk on and off is, so I'm okay with it. And tomorrow, I think if you get below this area and we get a candle, if this candle continues to draw, and then next week, I think this is a really nice bearish setup, potentially. And we're, like I said, we're still well below the zero line in the MACD. We're starting to get some breakdown on the RSI. The RSI is not completely washed out and down yet. I expect the break of 40 on the RSI, and then into the mid-30s. And like I said, then these areas here will come into play at around 52 and change, and then down here at this flash, which is a really big area, right around 50. So I think this has got a good 5-point shot to the downside, and depending how everything acts, if you get enough time in there, I think you'll do really well with this one. So like I said, just manage the position, make sure you're at where your max pain is for your money management and whatnot. But this one seems to be setting up for a move much lower. Let's go into the options. And let's see what we got here. Okay, and let me see which ones I do own here. I believe they're the March 55s. So I have these March 55s, and I paid just around $1.09 for them. So I'm already headed the right direction for them, but they're still priced reasonable. You can see that there's some some activity in the volume here starting to stack up a little bit. So I think the price is good. The spread is not too bad on them. I think everything's good. So we'll have to see how this acts tomorrow and finishing the rest of the week. But if we could finish the rest of the week lower, and then possibly next week have a start to a nice little run to the downside, I think this is a trade that sets up to be pretty profitable. And on the stop out, or to return to more of a bullish standpoint on it for future trade and whatnot. For right now, as this will unfold, and obviously these lines will move later, the moving averages, but just for now, I'm looking at the top of these candles here. If I do end up taking my profit, depending how this week goes or next week, and if this were to rebound, this is kind of the area I'm looking to for right now until we get action either lower or higher. And I just like to set the alerts, because even if I'm out of the trade, I want it to re-alert me later in case this thing starts to turn the other way. Who knows, maybe later in the year it gets above here midway through, and then you might have a nice bullish play back up into the mid 60s. So this is really good. It's good on the options activity. It's got really good strike prices on it. I've played it many times before, and it has a real nice spread that's not too bad on there for bid-ask spread. And so check it out, see what you think. But right now the move is obviously to the downside, and we'll see how this plays out. And I'll update this chart maybe again on Sunday and see where we're at. All right, good luck to you.